Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to my very ever first narrated Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. I've been meaning for quite some time now to actually start up a series like this on my channel, but unfortunately I couldn't due to the fact that I've been like breeding Pokemon like crazy and trying to get like perfect IVs on Pokemon just so I can use them for battle. For those of you who play Pokemon and play it competitively, you know that it actually takes quite some time to assemble like a team. As you can see, my current team here took me 2 weeks and about 80 eggs to hatch, more or less, just to get this team in. I'm still not perfectly satisfied with it. It could be better, but I mean, I wasted 2 weeks on it, and I was like, why not just give it a try in battle and see how well I do? And I used it in like 12 battles. Actually, I've used it in way more battles, and I've done really well with it. And I've kind of picked out a few battles that I liked that I'm gonna upload here. This is gonna be a Snorlax sweep that I've done. I used Snorlax and I sweeped his entire team. Yes, you'll be shocked. It's actually a strategy that I've been meaning to test out for quite some time, and it worked really well. And before we actually begin the battle, I'd just like to let you all know that if you want a chance to battle me and you want a chance for me to post the video on my channel, be sure to leave your friend code down in the comment section below and follow me on Twitter. It's very important for you to follow me on Twitter because I always tweet right before I battle. And if you want a chance, if you ever want to catch me in a battle, you must follow me on Twitter. I tried doing the whole adding people on 3DS, but so many people have me added on 3DS. I have like 3 DSs and all of them have maxed out friends, unfortunately. So if you want a chance to battle, just leave your friend code. I'm going to go through and delete people, obviously, and then I'm going to add new people who just want to battle. So if you're ever in the mood of battling, just leave your friend code and follow me on Twitter because I always battle every night before I go to bed and I always tweet about it. And if you want a chance, then you just need to do that. Yeah, that's all you need to do. Anyways, with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and begin this battle. One last thing, actually, this is actually my first X and Y narrated Wi-Fi battle. My first Wi-Fi battle in general that I'm narrating. So if it isn't quite up to par like how you'd expect it to be, please forgive me because this is all very new to me and I'm still trying to get the hang of this. So yeah, thank you, and I'd appreciate any of the feedback for this. So let's go ahead and begin this battle. So we are challenged by some dude named Giovanni. I believe he's someone I have added on my 3DS. If not, then definitely someone I battled online randomly. I'm going to go ahead and lead off with Umbreon. He leads off with Klefki and goes for Reflect, which is what I was hoping for. I'm going to go ahead and go for Mean Look since I know there really isn't much as Klefki can do to me anyways. He's going to go ahead and go for Light Screen, and I'm going to go ahead and start setting up my curses right here. The idea here is to stall him out just to get all 6 curses up and prevent him from switching because I know for a fact that Klefki can't do much to my Umbreon. He's gonna attack me with Foul Play, and as you just saw, it did nothing to me. I go ahead and go for Curse again. He attacks me with Thunder Wave, which is fine by me since I got Synchronized, which will also paralyze his Klefki too. I'm going to go ahead and go for Curse again, and pretty much my strategy here was to make sure I'm able to get all 6 curses up with my Umbreon, which is why at the very beginning of the battle I used Mean Look to prevent him from switching out his Klefki, because knowing him, he led off with Klefki, assuming that my Umbreon was like a Toxic Wish Umbreon, which is why he wouldn't switch out Klefki at the beginning of the battle, but instead used Reflect, because he probably had a strategy in mind where he wanted to set up spikes or Reflect and Light Screens. But unfortunately for him, my Umbreon has a completely different setup, so my plan here is to get all 6 of my curses up and then Baton Pass into my Snorlax, go for the Amnesia so that my Snorlax can take any special or physical attacks while being able to take out any Pokemon in just 1 hit. As you will see, that will in fact happen. He did attack me with Foul Play, did get a critical hit, did take some damage. I'm going to go ahead and restore my HP by using Moonlight. He's going to attack me again, and it doesn't do much. And then I finally am able to switch into my Snorlax. I'm going to Baton Pass into my Snorlax. And he's going to go ahead and use Thunder Wave, which does get bad for me later on in this battle because of all the hacks that'll happen. So I'm going to go ahead and go for Amnesia to get my SP defense up. He's going to switch out since he can't do anything other than paralyze me with his Klefki. So he's going to switch out into his Tyranitar and whip up a lovely Sandstorm for us. And as you can see, my Snorlax actually does have leftovers, which is good. They do come in handy throughout the full battle. His Tittytar is going to attack me with Brick Breaks, and it does absolutely nothing to me. I'm going to attack it with an Earthquake, which kills it. No surprise in that. So pretty much Tyranitar just died, and it just left us with this disgusting sandstorm that'll last throughout this entire battle. Not really. I think it'll last for a good few turns. He's going to send out his Garchomp and go for Outrage, and I get Parahaxed. Looking at the damage his Garchomp actually dealt on me, I instantly assumed that his Garchomp was Choice Banded. He hit me again with an Outrage, and I was really hoping that he'd get confused this turn, but he didn't. I end up getting Parahax again, so pretty much I'm just dealing damage from both his Outrage and the Sandstorm, but I'm getting HP back from my leftovers. He attacks me again for a third time and finally gets confused. I still get Parahaxed. The Sandstorm subsides, but Garchomp actually ends up hurting himself in Confusion, and he does get a lot of damage from his Confusion, so that made me for sure that his Garchomp was in fact Choice Banded. But I finally hit it, and he dies, and that is it for his Garchomp. And then I believe he goes into his Greninja, yup. And it's a shiny Greninja, so obviously this guy has bred so many Pokemon just to get this. I think he had like over 500 eggs hatched. But he attacks me with Grass Knot, which does a fairly decent amount of damage on me. Even though I used Amnesia with Snorlax's beastly SP defense, it did pretty good. But I finish it off with a Body Slam, and he sends out his Blaziken, which is also shiny. He starts going for Sword Dance, but I end up getting Parahaxed. This is the second time I get Parahaxed in this battle, and it gets really redundant because it keeps happening over and over again in the battle. He uses Sword Dance again, and I still get Parahaxed, which is really pissing me off at this point. But I'm still gaining HP back from leftovers and whatnot. He uses it one final time, and I'm finally able to hit him. But unfortunately, when I do hit him, he lives because he has Focus Sash on. And then this is something, he did something that took me completely by surprise. I've never seen anyone do this before in a battle. But after he used Sword Dance for the third time, he Baton Passed his Blaziken, which I've never seen before. He Baton Passed it into his Mega Mawile, which was looking pretty bad for me since Mega Mawile is known to have huge power, and it had a +6 attack and +3 speed from Blaziken's Baton Pass. So he's going to evolve it into Mega Mawile and then go for the Sucker Punch, and I barely survive it. I don't know why he just didn't use the move Play Rough. Maybe he didn't have it, but I go ahead and attack it with an Earthquake and finish it off. So he goes back into his Blaziken and ends up attacking me with Flare Blitz. Doesn't do much at all, but kills himself due to recoil damage, which is good. And then he sends off his last and first Pokemon that he started off the battle with, which is Klefki. And I just finished it off with Earthquake. It couldn't attack me because it was paralyzed. I mean, even if it could, it wouldn't be able to do any damage at all to me. So I kill its Klefki and finish him off with Snorlax. So that is it. It was a very fun game. It was a very fun strategy to try out, and it worked. I thought about it and I tried it out for the first time, and actually I got this sweep. So if you want a chance to battle me, like I said, be sure to leave your friend code down in the comment section below and follow me on Twitter. I'll be looking for battles later on tonight, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of this and if you'd like to see more, as I will continue to post more every weekend, I'd like to say, on my channel. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next Wi-Fi battle.